begin. Okay. Good morning, grade 7. Welcome to another session of social studies. At this time, you should have already taken out your pencil and a sheet of paper, and we will begin. Okay, so this time, I always have something to begin the lesson. So this time, I just want you to pay attention to me and listen carefully. You hear that? My phone is ringing. Hey, Sheila. Yes. How you doing? What? It is snowing outside? What? See, I tell that crazy man next door I wasn't crazy. He's the crazy one. Now let me get my stuff out so I can start dressing up for the snowy weather. I have my gloves. I have my winter jacket. Let me put this on. Let me get ready. It's snowing for the first time in the Bahamas, and I'm ready. Now they can see who is crazy, not me. Mr. Jones next door is crazy. Now, boys and girls, based on what you were seeing just now, can anyone guess what today's lesson is about? So today's topic, okay, yes, today's topic is seasons. Before we this for today, we're going to identify the 4 seasons. We're going to examine the characteristics of the 4 seasons. We're going to differentiate between solstice and equinox. So
here we go. 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 Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the spring with the rain pouring down. Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life. Here comes the spring with the rain pouring down. Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life. Here we go. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the summer with the heat from the sun. Here comes the summer with the kids having fun. Here comes the summer with the warm breeze. Here comes the summer with the trees so green. Here comes the summer with the heat from the sun. Here comes the summer with the kids having fun. Here comes the summer with the warm breeze. Here comes the summer with the trees so green. Here we go. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the fall with the leaves changing color. Here comes the fall with the climate getting cooler. Here comes the fall with the leaves falling down. Here comes the fall with the wind blowing loud. Here comes the fall with the leaves changing color. Here comes the fall with the climate getting cooler. Here comes the fall with the leaves falling down. Here comes the fall with the wind blowing loud. Here we go.
a season is a subdivision of the year. The year is divided into 4 parts. They are, let's say it together, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Yes. We have 4 seasons on the earth. Again, they are winter, spring, summer, and fall. But guess what? Do you notice something that I mentioned before? Autumn. And this time I didn't. Yes, for those persons who said it, autumn and fall is the same season. So if I say autumn, another name for autumn is fall. Each season, the hours of the daylight and the weather pattern may vary greatly depending on your location on Earth. So can anyone remember from last class which form of the Earth movement causes seasons, rotation or revolution? Anyone can tell me? Which one forms seasons? Yes, revolution is correct. Seasons happen due to the Earth's transition with regards to the sun from the yearly revolution of the Earth. But something else also causes it, not only the revolution. The tilting of the Earth's axis at 23.5 degrees also helps. So the 2 reasons we get seasons are revolution and the tilting of the Earth's axis. Now I'm going to let you watch another video. Pay close attention for me, please.
Today you're going to learn the difference between an equinox and a solstice. The first thing you need to know is that the Earth rotates or turns on its axis. It takes 24 hours to make one complete rotation. This is what gives us day and night on Earth. Since the Earth's axis is tilted, it means that we'll have a different number of hours of sunlight each day as the Earth revolves around the sun. In the winter, days are shorter. We have less hours of sunlight. That's why it's dark by 5 p.m. in the winter. In the summer, however, days are longer. We have more hours of daylight. That's why it gets dark around 8 p.m. Since the total hours of daylight change each day of the year, there must be a time when the amount of daylight equals the amount of nighttime. When this happens, that day is called an equinox. There are 2 days each year when we have an equinox. One happens in the autumn, one happens in the spring. So coming back to this idea that winter months have less daylight hours and summer months have more daylight hours, it would make sense that there's a day each year when there is the smallest amount of daylight hours and a day with the largest amount of daylight hours. Those days are solstice days. A solstice day is caused when the sun reaches its greatest distance north of the equator, or when the sun reaches its farthest distance south of the equator. So, to review, an equinox is one of the 2 days each year when there's an equal amount of daylight and nighttime hours. A solstice, on the other hand, is when the sun reaches its greatest distance north or south of the equator.
Okay, so let's look at solstice and depth. A solstice is a movement in the earth when the sun's apparent path is far north or far further south from the equator. So I'll show you, even though she said in the video, let me go more in depth so you can see. So this is equator. So if the sun rays are far south, what is happening in the North Pole? You can see it's winter here and on here. And then in June, that's in the winter time, the earth is tilting towards the sun. So that's why we have summer. So then we have the summer solstice. So we'll have the winter solstice when the earth is tilting away, and when it is towards the sun, we have summer solstice. There are two solstices here. One in December, we said, and one in December. Anyone can tell me what happens in December? What season do we have? Can you type it in for me, please? So make sure you understand. Yes, so that's the winter solstice. Can anyone tell me what happens in June? What season? Yes, it's the summer solstice. Now let's look at the equinox. When the sun path crosses the equator, this means the day and night are equal or approximately equal. It occurs in March and September. This is where we get the other two seasons. So you could see here, this is the earth is equal length of sun rays on the earth. So now do we see how we get the 4 seasons based on the rotation and revolution of the earth? Let's look at the seasons itself. Can anyone tell me what is happening in this picture? If you said snowing or winter, you are correct. It's winter, these characteristics of each season, winter. Let's look at some winter facts. December to February in the Northern Hemisphere, we have winter, the coldest season of the year. Days are shorter and nights are very long. The sky is clear and blue. Now, some sports they play are ice skating, snowball fight, ice hockey, skiing, and sledding. I know in the Bahamas, we do not experience this. However, some parts of the world, they do play these sports. Now, can anyone tell me the type of clothing you will wear in the winter? You can text it in the question and answer box. What type of clothing do we wear? Think about when we first started the lesson. Yes, a glove, jacket, maybe air moss, Toms. So let's look at another season. Now this is a beautiful picture in front of us. Flowers blooming, flies. What season do we have these things in? If you said spring, you are correct. Spring facts. This following winter, right after winter, and preceding summer is spring. In the North Temperature region or the Northern Hemisphere, spring months are March, April, and May. And if you notice, as we are going through, each season has at least 3 months. New plants grow. The water gets a little warmer so that the snow can melt. And of course, resurrection of Jesus Christ, crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So what season are we in today? This time of the year in the Bahamas, actually, what season are we in? Can anyone tell me? Yes, we are in the spring season. Now, the summer, even though I say winter is my favorite season, I think I love the summer also. I don't know about you. So when I see this nice, cool water, it makes you feel like you want to what? Sit and watch or jump in the water. Yes, I would love to jump in that cool water also. So let's look at some of the summer facts. The warmest of the 4 seasons between spring and autumn. June to August. That's June, July, and August are the summer months. Now, anyone can tell me what happens in August? And it affects you as students. If you said school are closed, you are correct. It is the longest and warmest days of the year. Like I said, school is usually closed on break. I want you to, for those persons who are looking for okay. Now, I don't know if I'm looking forward to summer because I'm home now. However, when summer comes, we'll see what happens. Some of the sports, we have volleyball, cricket, swimming, and surfing. Based on all of those sports, can anyone tell me which one of them is the Bahamas national sport? Let me see if we know that Bahamas national sport. Now, I don't want no one to say volleyball or basketball, so let's go to the question. If you said cricket, you are correct. The next season we're gonna look at, let's look at it. Keywords, look at it. Leaves are falling. So this season is autumn. Some facts about autumn. Autumn/fall, remember I said, another name for autumn is fall. Days grow shorter. The transition from summer into winter. So the breeze is a little cooler. Remember summer is hot. Now it's gonna get a little cooler. The 3 months are September, October, and November in the Northern Hemisphere. Now we have popular foods such as pumpkin pie. However, can anyone tell me another festival that happens during this year? Now you get dressed up in costumes now. I'm giving you a hint, and you say trick or treat. If you said Halloween, you are correct. So let's look at some questions to see how well you understand what was taught in the lesson. Before we start, I know it's going to take a while for you to jot down the questions. So what you'll do, you will take that same sheet of paper that I told you to get at the beginning of the lesson, and you will just write the answers. Number 2, the answers. 3, to save some time, straight up to number 5. Then I will turn to the next slide and we'll do the next 5 questions. So it's 10 in total. So I'll give you 2 minutes to jot down your answers. Okay, 1 more minute for those persons who are trying to wrap up. Okay, so we're going to go over the answers and then we'll go to the next slide. So the 4 seasons are, let's go on. If you have spring, summer, autumn, and winter, you are correct. So let's see who's going to get 10 out of 10 today. Now, some person might say, what if I got one wrong? So we'll award half a point for each correct answer for number 1. Number 2, now everyone should know this one. The season most experienced in the Bahamas is summer. It's hot all year round. Number 3, the 2 main seasons are, let's see, summer and winter. Number 4, the 2 seasons that occur between are autumn and spring. Now this one everyone should know. Number 5, autumn is known as, give me another name for autumn. Think about what happens to the leaves that comes off the tree. I don't want to say the word. Okay, yes, it is fall. Correct. So now we're going to do the remaining 5 questions again. Okay, if you're not done, you can just jot down the answer as we go, because I see 1 or 2 persons know what's going to happen next, and we want to get to our next portion of this lesson. Summer begins in June. That is correct. When the sun is over the Tropic of Cancer, the June 21st, it is summer. Number 8, when the sun is over the Tropic of Capricorn, December 21st, it is winter. Number 9, when it is spring in the Northern Hemisphere, blank is in the Southern Hemisphere. Autumn is correct. Number 10, when it is autumn in the Northern Hemisphere, it is blank in the Southern Hemisphere. Spring is correct. Now, those persons who go, this ends the session for today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Again, like I said, my name is Mrs. Woodside. It's a pleasure teaching you your guys today.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to another episode of Adventures with Morty. Come on, let's go under the mango tree. vocabulary words for today. All aboard the value train. Friend, someone who supports you and you enjoy spending time with. Stranger, a person you do not know or that you've never met before. Trustworthy, when you can count on someone and they're dependable. Loyal, when you support someone or something no matter what. Friendship, a special relationship with someone you love. Last week, we learned how we can value our bodies by not allowing people to touch our private parts. This week, we're going to learn how we can value our friendships and how we should treat our friends. Come on, let's go. Hello, boys and girls. And hello! I'm so happy to have you with us again. Well, today we're talking about friends and friendship. Do you have a friend? Awesome, so do I. But what really is a friend? Well, a friend is someone we love and someone who supports us. A friend is loving, he can be loyal, and trustworthy. But what does that even mean? Well, let's start with trustworthy. A friend is someone we can trust. That means that they are dependable. We can count on them to be there when we need them. Isn't that awesome? A friend is also loyal. But what does it mean to be loyal? Well, loyalty means that they will stick with us as close as can be, no matter what. They will always be there for us. And do you remember? They're also going to show love and respect. Last week we talked about showing respect. So our friends show us respect, and we show respect to them as well. Just like the golden rule. Friends are really cool to have. But what sort of things can we do with our friends? What do you do with your friends? Well, there are lots of things that we can do. For example, we can go to the beach with our friends. We can have playtime with our friends. We can even share a meal with our friends. There are lots of things that we can do. A friend is someone we know and we can trust. A stranger is someone we don't know and we've never met them before. Friends we can trust. Strangers, we can't trust them because we don't know them. Well, do you want to hear a story about a beautiful friendship of two people named David and Jonathan? Okay, let's go.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Mama Bear's Reading Corner. Come closer, because guess what? It's story time. I need you to bring your listening ears because we have a great one for you today. I heard that you are learning about friends this week? Well, I have a character that I want to see if you remember. Do you remember David from the Bible stories? Yeah, he was the one who killed Goliath. Well, today we're going to read a story about David when he was grown. He was a grown man. Are you ready to hear the story? The story is about David and his best friend, Jonathan. Can you see the difference? Jonathan was much older than David, but they still were best friends. So I'm going to read the story for you, and I want you to use your listening ears because it's a great story. Brave and loyal Jonathan. King Saul's oldest son, Jonathan, was a brave warrior. David said that Jonathan was faster than an eagle and stronger than a lion. Because he was Saul's oldest son, Jonathan would have been next in line to be the king. But Jonathan knew that God had chosen David to be the next king of Israel. Yet, he was not jealous. Jonathan and David became close friends. They promised to protect and defend each other. Jonathan gave David his own coat, sword, bow, and belt as a sign of his friendship. When David was running away from Saul, Jonathan went to him and said, "Be strong and have courage. God has chosen you to be king. Even my father knows that. Would you like to have a good friend like Jonathan was?" More than once, Jonathan risked his life to help his friend. He knew that King Saul wanted to kill David, so he said to his father, "It would be a sin for you to kill David. He has done nothing wrong." Saul was furious with his son Jonathan. Some years later, Saul and Jonathan died together in battle. After Jonathan died, David searched for Jonathan's son Mephibosheth. When David found him, he told Mephibosheth, "Because your father was a good friend to me, I will take care of you for the rest of your life. You will live in my palace and eat at my table." David never forgot his friend Jonathan. Isn't that a wonderful friendship story? Well, I have one question to ask you. How did Jonathan show that he was loyal? Morty told me you learned that word earlier, what it means to be loyal, to stick together and take care of each other. Well, Jonathan showed that he was loyal to David because he promised that he would be his friend forever. And even when David was in danger of being killed, Jonathan stood up for him even against his father. Now that's loyalty. So here we have it, two characters who were really good friends and showed that they were loyal to the end. Did you like that story? I'm glad you came, and I hope you come back next time to Mama Bear's Story Corner.
Thank you, Mama Bear, for that wonderful story. David and Jonathan, they really loved one another. They trusted each other and they were loyal to one another as well. I love it. It really makes me think about my friends. Hey, maybe I should go call them. Come on, let's go. All right, now I'm going to call one of my friends. His name is Travian. Let's see if he's home.
Hi, Morty.
Hi, Travian.
Yes?
Today, we're talking about friends on Adventures with Morty. And we wanted to find out, do you have any friends?
My school and my friends is Angel, Alyssa, Mike,
Nice.
School, and
Well, what do you do with your friends?
Play and watch TV together and play games.
That is so
and also
cool.
sleep together.
Well, so Travian, how do you show that you are a good friend?
Sometimes I also get you something. And then I
Nice.
play together and we have great time and we
Awesome.
share and watch TV together and sleep together and that's why I have friends.
Well, bye, Travian. Talk to you next time.
Thank
It was fun talking to you about friends.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
bye-bye.
Morty.
I wonder if anyone else will call me. Maybe another friend. Hello.
Hi, Marty.
Oh, hi, Nayel. Did you hear that we were talking about friends today?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, Nayel, do you have a friend?
Sarah.
That is so nice. Well, did you ever have to help Sarah?
You fall down when I take it to Miss Davis.
You were an awesome friend. Thanks for calling, Nayel. Talk to you next time.
Hi, Marty.
Oh, another friend calling. This time it's Noah. Hi, Noah.
Hi, Marty.
So good to hear from you. Noah, today we're talking about friends. I know I'm your friend, but do you have any other friends?
Canada, Trey, and Bear and the Bear.
Sounds like you have lots of friends. Well, what do you like to do with your friends, Noah?
Play and go to the beach.
Whoa, that's really cool. Maybe sometime I can go to the beach with you and your friends.
Anytime. We could jump off the beach too. Yeah, you could jump off the bridge. There's a high bridge there, right? And you could go on top and the bottom. Anyone. But you gotta jump off the bottom first, then you gotta jump on the top.
Whoa, that sounds like an awesome adventure. Well, I'll see you soon, Noah. Nice talking to you.
Bye, Marty.
Goodbye. It's so nice to hear from my 3 best friends. Hey there. Today, we learn about how we can value our friends. Ready to get started? Let's see what you've learned. Question 1. Who is a friend? A. Someone you don't know. B. Someone you see at church. C. Someone you enjoy spending time with. Or D. Someone that eats the same food as you. Is it A, B, C, or D? Did you say C? Awesome. Question 2. Choose the qualities of a good friend. They are loyal, trustworthy, mean, loving, or selfish. Which 3 qualities does a good friend have? Okay, choose 3. Did you choose them? Okay, let's see if you got them right. If you said loyal, trustworthy, and loving, you're awesome. That's right, those are the qualities of a good friend. Question 3. Name 3 things you can do with your friend. I know there are lots of things that you can do, but can you think of 3?
Okay, here are 3 things. You can play sports, you can go swimming, or you can play games. Can you think of more? That is so cool. Question 4. How was Jonathan loyal to David? Now we're going to have to fill in the blanks. Let's start with number 1. It reads, David and Jonathan became close blank. Is it friends or cousins? David and Jonathan became close. Did I hear you say friends? That's correct. They became close friends. Number 2. Jonathan gave David his blank as a sign of friendship. Did Jonathan give David a ring, or did he give him his coat? Do you remember from the story? That's correct. Jonathan gave David his coat as a sign of friendship. Number 3. Jonathan risked his life to blank his friend. The options are hurt and help. Jonathan risked his life to blank his friend. Oh, that's an easy one. I heard you say it. Jonathan risked his life to help his friend. Yes, he didn't want to hurt him. Number 4. David took care of Jonathan's blank after he died. Did he take care of Jonathan's son, or did he take care of Jonathan's horse? Yep, you got it. David took care of Jonathan's son after he died. You're so good at this. Question 5. How can you value your friends? A. Giving them gifts. B. Shouting at them. C. Call them names. Or D. Show them respect. There are 2 answers. Is it A, B, C, or D? That's right. A and D. We value our friends by giving them gifts and showing them respect. You're good. You're real good. You are so smart. Awesome job today. You deserve to dance. See you next time on Questions with Morty. Hi. Well, today we heard a wonderful story of a beautiful friendship between David and Jonathan. Remember, a friend is someone we can count on and that we love. A friend is loyal and trustworthy. Value our friendships by showing our friends love and respect. Guess what? I have a friendship challenge. How does it work? Well, think of one friend that you haven't heard from, and I want you to call that person and tell them how much you love them. And then the challenge is complete. Can you do it? Awesome. Also, next week, we're gonna have a talent show. Can't wait to see you next time on Adventures with Morty.